I'm here to tell you a derivative story about the Derivative Kids, a group of elite mathematicians possessing unequaled mathematical and lyrical skill. But they all have come from different paths, different struggles. These are the tales of heartbreak, desire, pain, of calculus. But first, here are some of the reasons why the Derivative Kids are considered the best.
You know everyone needs a Kanye West first. One to talk about why we're the best first. You see, we're the Derivative Kids, the cool kids on the block. If you want to know our past, well, you better grab the chalk. We're all here on our different paths, but we share a common goal to appreciate the maths. Sure, we got massive misses would approve brains, but we don't stop being flat, call it coordinate planes. Mathematical private jets, math tutors are in debt while we find the instantaneous rate of change of our stacks of money. Yeah, rapping's all about the game, not the material needs. Still we're solving world hunger cause knowledge feeds. In calc we're keeping it real, you know there ain't no imaginaries. We don't use that cause we're a team, even the frog that Jam carries all of us on his back, he's a mathematical lyrical genius. When it comes to derivation, you can guess just who the king is. But when it comes to integrating, look at me and Pi R. Kelly. We're good at finding areas. Integrating my parts, we do that in a way. We got U's and V's at our beach houses soaking up the sun rays. We shut up Placide to our name because we know no bounds. Just like DJ Derivative, producing all our sounds. And Hard Salami and T.I., a duo just like M and Dre, a massacrated a monster who overthrew the throne one day. All of this and more, the Derivative Kids are checking in. Prepare yourself for the calculatory reckoning.
The old tale of creator and his monster has lasted throughout the ages. Dust and tear strewn across the pages. But when the creation assumes more than what was expected, the creator is no longer the superior. This is the adventure of Professor Hard Salami.
One day I finally found a calculus problem that I couldn't solve in order to resolve. This problem I did the only thing possible. I sought to invent a machine to make it solvable. I did the natural thing. I dropped out of school, bought myself a lab coat, sheet metal, and fuel. My destination was a creation of various oxidation, hydration, machine formation, and other parts that all stationed to a built augmentation to perform derivation. Now that's application. Sadly, an area of the machine was empty, the place where an object integral to the robot's life should be. I needed a power source, and only one would be suitable for such a space-time and game-changing anomaly. Deep in the hidden ruins of the ancient mines, at a flawless gem guarded by hidden traps and lines, this rock contained the souls of every mathematician who ever lived, and while the genius of calculus is imperative for the soul of the robot and the point of this narrative, now I had to make it live. Days later, I complete my project of epic proportions, a perfect calculus-solving android who would cause distortions in the fabric of mathematics as we know it, and there it lied before me, just ready to show it. To the world I flip the switch, and I know immediately the destructive power of the TI infinity.
Hallman-Morris has a calculus guy. Perhaps you need some help in the mathematical unknown. I have all the greatest minds in the math stored inside my bare being. Now it's time to feel the bath. The Pythagoras, Logic, Ologic, Baby, all within the mathematically inferior too. I had to write all your problem, I can use sexes and causes. There's a function out there I don't know if you know how to solve, because I hunger for knowledge, but all I seek is simple knowledge. Every problem in the universe is mine to accomplish. You want to try? Oh, please don't whine. You have to realize the only power world here is mine. It's a mathematical world, and I'm here to run as a graph your calculus ability and show a plumb. Because this fourth entire cube that knows every verse to do, 100 on test why absorption tastes like food. Today I'll solve every problem in the galaxy. You're rocking out, but oh, you'll see. At that moment I can allow myself to terminate, but until then I only have one say: exterminate!
11 o'clock on the dot, and it's almost time to go to calculus. However, Father Jam's got no motivation, had no passion at all, until that day. The man's love for a girl changed his whole world, changed his outlook on math, forever.
Let me tell you about a story about a boy in calculus. Spoilers, it's me, and it's gonna get scandalous. I can't say that my work ethic was fabulous until I met the one that changed me so miraculously. It's an adverb, but anyway, back to the math. The problem is that I had no drive, no clear and function path. 3 tests taken, none of them passed. My GPA was like a limit. Calculus now some total on which my grade is approaching negative infinity. And luckily I never studied earned that D. I could not find a single ounce of potential in me. Then one day I met the girl seated 2 rows behind, and let me tell you all the things that then crossed my mind. Like a tangent, I derive pleasure from a curve.
Oh, yeah.
Any sort of glance I caught of her would make me swerve. She was hyperbolic, and I'm not exaggerating.
Oh, yeah.
I couldn't understand these feelings I was generating. She found the slope of my heart. Our love was instantaneous. I decided it was time to be a little spontaneous. So I made my move, and then she replied,
I could never love a loser who ain't calculus never tried.
Wow.
Rejected, this I knew was not projected, but I knew somehow I had to find a love serum and inject it. It was time I picked myself back up and stopped messing around to derive an integral and actually understand the calc.
So he studied his asymptotes, derivatives, and integrals, and just as any fierce warrior prepares for a climactic battle, our young mathematician became stronger.
Day by day, week by week, scores kept raising like walls in the street. Didn't see B's or C's or D's unless I was looking on Caleb's sheet. Finally deriving, you know what I mean. Value of theorem I already seen. I was ready for the final exam and ready to meet that week for the test my queen.
That's his queen.
Begin the test to show her I am better than the rest. Open, I ripped that weakling tab, pulled out my pencil, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Start derivatives, never get sick of them. When plot to her, got to get rid of them. Integrating, simply when the calculator power up, you guess the functions number n. I shouldn't rush on this test. I need to take my time, but it's the thing I was bottling the integrals and integral on the negative side. Define x like a trish map plus derivative critical phase. I derive again, there's your concavity. I'm the dentist ready to get that graphic working out. Trigonometric, logarithmic, differentiates, integration, position, acceleration. I know I'm beating problems all the store, and I haven't even reached my limit plus linearization. Skip a few days, 100%, score I won. Maybe now the girl of my dreams will realize that I'm no one. The newfound knowledge of my import skill is by the girl I must attest. I talked to her with differentness. I asked her out more time, and she said no. Well, as it turns out, she wasn't into me. I guess I figured all the studying would help her see that I am a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Oh well, stuff happens, but the irony, I spent all this extra time and work to learn the math, just to impress one girl. Now I felt her wrath, but everything's alright, I still came out on top, you see, because my one true love was always there in front of me.
So now that you've learned your lesson,
So in the end, Hard Salami finally solved that one problem. Asymptotes fueled her ego even greater. The TI Infinity quenched his thirst for knowledge and destruction, and Frog Do Jam gets the girl, but also becomes a respected mathematical genius in the process. What about me, you ask? I'm wearing 2 watches. As you've seen here today, great forces can have small beginnings. We are the Derivative Kids.
we're the derivative kids and we're the masters of the class. If you ever cross us, you'll end up your brains mass. You know we're the best cause we're deriving all the time. You can't ever halt us even with a stop sign. We're the derivative kids, we get into great clubs. You would be sad kids who does a bunch of stuff. We're the rulers of this world, call us denominators.
Now we got calc to do
And women to court.
Catch you later.
Spaghetti.
Dayton doesn't remember his lines for take 1.
So, he studied his asymptotes, derivatives, and integrals. And I don't remember my lines at all.